everyone. Welcome back to Anarchapulco TV, your home for the world's premier Liberty Conference happened in Acapulco, Mexico, February 13th through the 16th. I'm your host, David Rodriguez, and I'm so excited because we have another guest, one of our speakers who's going to be joining us on the health stage and maybe doing a workshop, and really a dynamic lady, one of my friends who I've known for a few years, and someone who's I consider a visionary. I'm really excited to be her first time attending, and she's speaking. So before we learn about her, I want to welcome Miss Kate Yurenda. Thanks for joining the show.
Hi, how are you?
Great. Yeah, no, so happy to see you every time because you always have great energy and, really powerful and dynamic lady. And you're doing really important work. So this is why I'm so happy you're going to be speaking on the health stage this year. And you're Qigong teacher, the founder of Dream Bold Network, a film producer, an author, and really helping empower humanity, because we know that the state is intergenerational organized crime, and they've been going on for so long. They're harming families, they're harming children, so many things. However, one of the things that you've been speaking about and talking about is empowering ourselves. So for some of the people who maybe haven't met you or don't know about you, can you share a little bit maybe about your background, a little bit about who you are for some of the first timers watching us right now?
Sure, absolutely. So I do conscious film production. So from movies to educational courses to just different programs, anything that helps people to really tap into their innate power and just their innate superpowers. And so we're all about really helping people to wake up to energy cultivation and to understand how powerful they really are, and how we, and really realizing that we're magnets and we're magnetic beings. And so whatever we focus on, we attract. So when you talk about things like you just did that are going on in the world, it's really easy for us to put a lot of focus on it. It's really easy for us to, kind of get, just kind of wrapped up in the story of it and what's wrong. And what we focus on, we attract more of. So what we teach people through Dream Bold Network is how to focus on what you want, so you can attract more of what you actually want to create in your reality. So, it's all about getting people excited about our inner powers. It's why we're here,
Yes, no, it is. It's really exciting because it's actually the 6th year we've been doing this conference, and you can see behind me the theme this year is evolve, kind of with like the reverse love, because it's kind of gone through the phases of anger and hate towards the state, which is all justified, in my opinion. The war, like they're talking about going to war with Iran right now. It's like, who is supporting these things? Well, the bankers and the warmongers and these guys. So rather than outsourcing our responsibility, it's like, what are we doing? What can we do? And if we focus there, then we become, in my opinion, really unstoppable. And you're, an expert in this, more myself, but there are these superpowers that people have. So maybe we should start there. I don't know how you can explain. I know you're working on your film, and we've talked offline many times, and you show me some of the samples. It's really cool. What can you share with people maybe about their superpowers? What are these innate abilities that you've seen and met some of these other just profound human beings? How can you kind of introduce somebody who is like unbelievable? They don't understand what's happening inside of our bodies, but what are some of the superpowers that people can get excited about as they learn about your film?
Sure, absolutely. So, we all have our own superpowers. And in the film that we made, some people can read out of their third eye. Some people can merge with physical objects. Other people can project energy out, and they're able to, push someone across the room, or martial arts. Some people, it's more spiritual. I mean, it's really whatever you put your focused energy on, whatever you make a daily practice. A lot of these people, though, it's all through meditation, and it's all through power of the mind. And so it's really just whatever you believe it is. It's really about expanding your mind and expanding your being, and being open to this divine intelligence that we all have coursing through us. And it's about us really just, stepping into the power of love, like you said, because that's what it really is. That's a big message in the movie, is that, there's the physical power, but then there's the power of love, the energy power, that innate divine energy that we all have, this life force energy. So it's about life force energy cultivation,
Right. Well, let's talk about that, because, one of the reasons that you and I connect is because I showed you, or you might have showed me, however the work, this healer was a Qigong master, and they call the life force like Qi, right? And so he was able to direct that Qi, and I took it down to your center and showed it to the leader down there, the founder of your center, and he said, yeah, this is real. People can actually direct. It was basically like using electricity in his body
Right.
that, it's kind of like our hearts beat with this electricity or chi, and he was
Mhm.
using that to heal people. And I was like, please tell me this is true. Like, that would be so cool if this is true. And he's like, yeah, that's true. I said, I didn't really expect it to be true, but he said that. And then in that film, they able to put the device like on the guy's like navel and like measured it. So they able to measure it. The other documentaries, guys were like super skeptical as well. And so it's like, oh my gosh, so there's something inside of us and we've been alienated from it. We don't know about this power. So it's really exciting to learn about these things. And then you also teach Qigong. So is that related to some of the superpowers, or is it meditation, or
Mhm.
maybe how does it relate those two?
Oh, sure. So the Qigong is a moving meditation and it matches and mirrors nature. So it's very innate, it's very primal. Kids get it instantly. It's about energy activation, circulation, and then being able to store energy and being able to project energy. So it's what the ancients knew and it's what science is backing up. So that's the beauty of it all as well, that this is all scientific based. And
Mm,
so it's just that we all are made of energy. That's what we are. We're atoms and molecules. We're energy. We're a frequency. 24/7. We're putting out thoughts and emotions, and that's what's creating the current of what we're attracting. So it's
mm,
really about just understanding that and realizing that we have these energy bodies. We have the biomechanics, but we have the bioenergetics, and that's what's so exciting because that's our true state of power. That's when you're bigger than the body. That's when you
mm,
understand that you have energy within you and this quantum field around you, and that you have this relationship, this dynamic where you're putting out a frequency and that's manifesting in your reality. So
mm.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. And I think humanity is awakening to all these different things, like the internet has changed the whole world, this in the past 20, 25 years, in the last 10 years. And we're awakening to the criminals who run things. We're also beginning to awaken to ourselves as the solution. I think that's a really important point that we focus on is like, I can't control that crap outside of me, but like inside I can control it. And focusing on that, you mentioned the word like magnets, we're like a vibrational type of magnet that we attract these things.
Right.
What do you share with people that are maybe just new to this type of concept, or a little bit skeptical because we've been brainwashed through the 12 years of compulsory schooling, through the media, through the movies, right? This is the thing that just burns me. I'm curious what you think too. Like I watch these superhero, movies, and it's like it's all fake. It's all fake, and it's like, what about like the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror? Like, what about us? And it's like that's some of the work that you're doing is you're helping show people that they have these abilities or possibilities and latent abilities. So what would you share with somebody? And I wish that we could show your film, and if a miracle happens, we will, in Acapulco. But like people, when you see these powers, you're like, this can't be true. Like how? So how do you help somebody understand like this is real, or do you not? You just kind of let people that believe it accept it, and people that don't, you just kind of say, hey, maybe not for you. Or how do you distinguish between it being real for people that never heard about it and people that's like, okay, I think it's possible, but I need to know
Right.
more information?
Sure, absolutely. Well, that's pretty easy. As soon as people start doing Qigong, I just start with very simple movements that you can do sitting down. You can do absolutely anywhere, even just rubbing your hands together vigorously for a few minutes, even just a minute, and feeling your field. Once you feel your inner magnetism and your electromagnetic energy, you get a little bit hooked because it's the best feeling. It's euphoria. You feel better in your body, you feel better in your mind, and you start to understand how powerful you are and that you can project this energy and that you can heal yourself, you can heal other people, and it's
Mm,
just a matter of feeling it. Once people get started, they're curious, they want to know more, they want to feel like that again. It's a euphoria. So
mm. Yeah,
yeah.
I think it is like we kind of like, I think subconsciously know that we're powerful, and whether that's a mental space or a physical or energetic space. And it is very exciting to like start to learn about these things. So in that film that I saw, not the one that you're producing, but the other one with like, I can't remember the guy's name, but it was like Qigong heals somebody. That was like super amazing. I couldn't even understand how that guy could do that. But that takes years of focus and concentration and practicing these things. But how can somebody learn to do these things? I mean, you obviously are running the Qigong Center down in Santa Cruz, California, and I'm sure there's other places around the nation, around the world. But should they learn about these things from these instructors, or how do they like begin their process of becoming the super powerful human being that they already are?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, if somebody has access to a Qigong class, I would say absolutely start there. That's where I learned most of this. That's what really transformed my life was Qigong. And through Qigong, you do a lot of, breath work, stretching. You're doing a moving meditation, and it's really you surrendering to the field and the flow and this natural flow state. And so I would say whatever you can do to get into the flow state, even just going on YouTube and listening to a guided meditation, even just taking a walk on the beach and just focusing on your breath, whatever that is for somebody, just get started on being in the flow state. Because the more you're in the flow state, the more you realize that that's actually your true state of power. That the slow movements, the matching the nature, the really cultivating that energy and thinking of life in terms of nothing but energy, frequency, and vibration. That's when it all opens up and changes. That's what Nikola Tesla said, right? That's the secret to the universe.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, when you said that, that's exactly what Tesla said, and he was definitely ahead of his time. So, my gosh, I mean, this is really such cool stuff to realize that we are the frequency and the vibrations. And so you help people like manifest not just like physical, like, I don't know, health, but like their goals or aspirations. Is that what the Dream Bold Network is about also?
Yes, we love manifesting. We love helping people to make their dreams come true, whatever that may be. Of course, better health. That's Qigong. That's why that's so powerful, is because it's preventative with healthcare. It doesn't, it just puts you into this permanent state of health. You feel incredible. And so, it's all just fascinating. It really is. But what we focus on the most is the manifesting. That's what we're all about, is the conscious creation. It's about, really teaching people that they are a magnetic being and that they have to get into the frequency and embody what they want. They get into the frequency of what they desire, and that's how they're going to pull it in. And so, it's really just a reprogramming. We always talk about this. We can focus on what's wrong, or we can just start with something like a clean slate and really focus on what we do want and manifest something totally different and for humanity right now. So
yes,
what we want it to look like, we get to create, but we have to get into the vibrational state of what we desire individually and collectively. So this is all about vibrations. We keep fighting what's outside of us, but what you resist persists, and what you focus on, you magnify. So it's about going inward. It's self-actualization time right now. It's all of us going inward and saying, okay, well, what's my vibration? What's my frequency? And how do I lift that so I can help all of humanity in that sense?
Yes. No, that's beautiful. Absolutely. I think, because we are doing this, the 6th year, it's like, okay, we start to realize that what kind of world do we want? And we got to build it. This is what I find so exciting and respectable about our audience, is that they're people that are doing things, whether they're, film producers like yourself and authors, or tech people, or finance people, health people, family people. It's like, yeah, we're not going to get help from those guys. It's like, it's up to us, people in this audience watching this and people we're going to meet there in Acapulco. It's like, let's do something, So I recommend somebody, if you're watching this, if you're not going to come to meet, Kate, come meet the other attendees too. You're like, this is one of the most exciting things. You get to meet each other. Like, oh my God, you're into this too. And then you can stay in contact with social media and stuff like that. But like, where else do you find so many people who are aware of the criminal organization? They're not stuck in the left-right paradigm. It's like, all those guys are bad, dude. Like, we don't need those guys. So let's build it ourselves. And it is a evolution of like the anger and taking responsibility. And it's like, no, it's up to us. And that is like kind of difficult, like swallowing that pill. Like, man, it's like, I want somebody else to do it because that's easier, but nobody else is going to do it. Like it's up to us to build and create and do these things, and tapping into our own vibration, our own frequencies is like the key. And this is some of the stuff that, you're doing, which I find, very inspiring and super useful. So if you do the workshop, which we're working out the final schedule here, but what will people learn? Because we mentioned you're a Qigong teacher, and I've taken some classes with you, which is really cool. So what would people learn in those classes, or, what would you entice them with so that they will take it and start to experience this new practice that they may have never heard of?
Right. Sure. Absolutely. So with my Qigong, I always call it manifesting Qigong, because I like to relate the mind and the body and connect them, and really teach people that it's your thoughts that have this electric current, and then your emotions that have this magnetic current, and just teaching people how to use the energy within and how to really ground your body to feel more relaxed in your body, to feel more calm in your mind. You get to learn different breath techniques. just really a lot of conscious reprogramming. I guess that's really what it comes down to, is getting into that theta state, really just feeling so great in your body, and then putting in some new programming and really releasing things from the past. You know, right now, individually and collectively, we really need to get more into a state of forgiving, and just forgiving ourselves, being gentle with ourselves, forgiving each other, stop fighting what's happening around us, and really start just working on the energy piece of it, and focusing again on exactly what we want. So with this, I'll teach you how to really activate a lot of energy, circulate that energy, but then project that energy towards your desires so you can be more magnetic and pull them in. So it's fun. Everybody leaves just floating on a cloud. That's kind of how it feels.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what it is. It's conscious programming of our mind. And somebody said, I can't remember, he said, you don't have a choice if you're programmed. You only get to choose who does the programming. So for generations, it's been the media and the state and all these different organizations. And now we're starting to realize, like, we are the superhumans. We are the powerful beings. We are the most powerful. And if we can be conscious about it and intentional, we can actually create some amazing things. And I mean, this is what we're doing, you know, with the young people. You know, this is the second year we have a family camp, you know, situation for them, and some other really cool programs for the whole family. So it's not just, you know, angry guys or angry gals. It's like the whole family's coming, and we have activities. It's right there on the beach, and we have concerts going on. So it's trying to wrap this whole evolution, this whole transformation into the unit, because that's really what we're able to do. You know, we're able to, like, inspire the entire unit, the whole family, and then we can change the world. You know, it really is up to us to do that. So for the people that maybe are thinking about coming to Anarchapulco and they're maybe on the fence, based on what you've seen, or maybe some of the other speakers, or what you're excited about, you know, what would you share to somebody if they're just thinking about coming, and, you know, they're I don't know, maybe kind of wavering if they're gonna, you know, join us or not?
I would say absolutely join, because it's obviously all about love and being aware of what's happening around us, which is so important. And I love that it's a family event, because that's what's gonna change our world, is when families start coming together. Wait till you see how these kids react to the Qigong. You're gonna love it, David. It's gonna be so great. Like, the whole family will be, it'll unite and heal that family. Watch what happens, like, in just a quick moment. Like, this actually for me is going to be one of the most exciting trips I've ever been on. I can feel it. Like, it feels like just a beautiful community, and I'm so excited to be a part of this. Like, it's just got really great magnetic vibes already. So I'm going to juice that up a little bit.
Well, absolutely. Well, you know, you and I've been friends for, you know, many years here. And so it's like, you're one of the visionaries, you know, and I knew that when I first met you. And so for some of the people who are watching this also, you guys also are the visionaries. You know, humanity has been on this long loop of confusion and indoctrination and just all these, like, disempowering things. But it is about forgiveness. It is about being kind with ourselves and realizing, you know, we got to love ourselves, but it's like we have to forgive for all the stuff that we let happen, you know, like our parents and our grandparents. And, you know, I'm super passionate about the school system, because that's where we get all these habits, and that's where we get all these beliefs about the state, about having to be dependent on organizations or individuals. But it's like, no, we can be independent. We can create collaborations and relationships. And that's really where I find a lot of hope. So for some of the people out there, you know, definitely, if you're on the fence, come meet Kate, come take the different classes and courses that we have down there, and come join the community. You know, it's going to be a great time. And I'm really excited, because humanity is awakening, and we're realizing it's no longer helpful to, you know, go yell or go be angry. It's actually time to build, and we're all builders. We're all creators, and we got to activate this imagination that's been dormant for so long. And I think, Kate, that's one reason I'm really happy you're coming, is because you can help people learn about that and discover that ability to be empowered for themselves. So any final words before we cut loose? I just wanted to introduce them to you here shortly, but there's going to be so much more time to, you know, hang out and chat more on the beach and the lounges and all the restaurants there. But any final words before we cut loose?
I'm just excited to be a part of it, David. It's obviously a great thing that you're doing, and I love your work. I always have, and it's gonna be awesome. Actually, February 13th is my birthday, so I'll be there for my birthday. So
Oh
just
my
shows
gosh.
how important this is. So I'm
Oh,
excited.
that's very cool.
No, it's exciting. It's a great
So
way to bring in 2020. So thank you. I'm really grateful.
yes. Oh, this is awesome. So everybody, when you see Kate down there, wish her happy 21st birthday. This young gal. Wow, that's really cool. Wow. Oh man, that's gonna be exciting. Well,
Yes,
so really double energy is gonna be there for Kate, and
yes,
we're gonna be there to learn from you, teaching and speaking and talking about all these important things because as you know, and the viewers are learning, you are the solution. The solution. And how exciting is that? We can help each other. And, for some of the people who understand, there's a self-ownership principle, right? You own your life, you own your flesh and body. And the non-aggression principle, as long as you don't aggress against people, do whatever you want. So there's so many exciting things happening, and it's just right around the corner. So I invite you to get your tickets, get the hotel, find somebody. There's different groups for roommates if you want to find that. And come join us in helping humanity evolve beyond statism, evolve beyond the current status quo, and move into something that's transformational, empowering, because this is where we're going. And there's other events happening around the world too, but this is the key event, in my opinion, the event of the year for me. I just love all you guys who attend, the speakers, and it's going to be an exciting time. So Kate, thanks for joining us. I'm excited. We're going to see you again down there in Mexico. And for the people watching, I hope you'll join us and kind of stay connected with the community and make some new friends, do some business networking, take some health courses and classes and workshops. There's a lot of cool stuff happening. I hope to see you down in Acapulco, Mexico, February 13th to the 16th. There is a health retreat on the front end and also on the after side, the 17th to the 18th. There's some workshops going on too. So join us if you can. Come down, hang out. And hope you keep spreading the peace, the love, and the anarchy worldwide. We'll see you all very soon in Acapulco.